1. Wake-up calls from your body. Picture this. You are fast asleep, wrapped in a dream, when suddenly your calf muscle seizes up like a vice. The pain jolts you awake, leaving you clutching your leg in the dark. Or maybe your struggle looks different. You finally lie down after a long day. But your mind won't stop racing. Thoughts pile up. Your body feels wired, and the sleep you crave slips further away. Or perhaps it's your heart, skipping or fluttering without warning, leaving you unsettled. For many people over 60, these moments are not random annoyances. They are quiet messages from the body, subtle signals of something deeper at play. And while they may seem unrelated, muscle cramps, restless sleep, or an unpredictable heartbeat, they often share the same root cause: a hidden shortage of magnesium. Now, you might be thinking, magnesium? Isn't that just another supplement bottle in the pharmacy aisle? The truth is far more compelling. Magnesium is what I like to call the body's relaxation mineral. It's behind the scenes in over 300 processes inside you, helping muscles release tension, helping nerves calm down, and keeping your heart's rhythm steady and strong. When it's missing, the body doesn't just run low, it runs jagged, restless, and worn out. The problem is that magnesium deficiency often slips under the radar. A quick 15-minute doctor's visit may not catch it. Standard blood tests can even come back normal while your cells quietly run on empty. That's why it shows up in scattered, frustrating ways: twitching muscles, poor sleep, unshakable fatigue, or that lingering edge of anxiety. Here's the hopeful part. Nature has already given us the tools to restore balance. And today, I want to walk with you through a plan that does not rely on expensive pills or gimmicks, but on real foods, the kind you may already have in your kitchen. By the end of this video, you'll understand not just why magnesium matters, but also the champion foods that replenish it, the everyday culprits that drain it, and the lifestyle shifts that make everything work better. Before we dive in, I want to pause and hear from you. Which of these signals have you noticed in the past month? Have you had leg cramps, trouble sleeping, or heart flutters? Write one word: cramps, sleep, or heart in the comments below. When you see how many others share the same struggles, you'll realize you're not alone. This is a community of people in the same season of life, all learning to reclaim energy and calm together. And I'll add a note of caution here too. If you live with heart rhythm disorders, kidney problems, or are on multiple medications, it's wise to loop your doctor in before making big diet or supplement changes. Magnesium is powerful, but like any tool, it has to be handled with care when certain conditions are in play. Here's the roadmap for our time together. We'll start by uncovering why magnesium becomes especially important after 60, and why deficiencies are so common at this stage of life. Then we'll build a practical food-first plan, highlighting both the everyday supporting foods and the superstar seeds that deliver the most magnesium. We'll explore when supplements make sense, how to spot and avoid common depleters in your kitchen, and the daily habits that help calm muscles, improve sleep, and steady your energy. Finally, I'll leave you with a 7-day challenge that makes everything easy to start. So settle in, maybe with a cup of tea, and let's turn those nighttime cramps, restless thoughts, and fluttering moments into signals of change instead of signs of decline. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about listening to what your body is asking for and answering with nourishment, wisdom, and small choices that add up. Because the truth is, after 60, it's not about doing more, it's about choosing better. And magnesium just might be the quiet mineral that helps you find your calm again. 2. Why magnesium matters more after 60. As the years go by, our bodies don't just change on the outside with wrinkles or gray hair. Inside, the chemistry quietly shifts too. Nutrients that once seemed easy to absorb and use suddenly become harder to come by. Magnesium is one of the clearest examples. It is not just another mineral on a nutrition chart, it is a master coordinator. Think of it as the conductor of an orchestra with more than 300 instruments, each representing a process in your body. When magnesium steps off the podium, the music falters. Magnesium works as the body's natural brake pedal. Your muscles rely on it to release tension after every contraction. Your nerves depend on it to quiet their signals when it's time to rest. And your heart, that tireless pump, counts on magnesium to keep its rhythm steady. Without enough, it's as if the brakes are missing. Muscles seize into cramps. Thoughts keep racing long after the day is done. And the heart can sputter with skipped beats. Why? Then, do shortages become so common after 60? Part of the answer lies in absorption. As we age, the stomach produces less acid, making it harder to extract magnesium from food. Imagine squeezing juice from an orange with weaker hands. You still get some, but not nearly as much as before. At the same time, the intestines become less efficient at pulling in nutrients, even when they are present in the meal. Another factor comes from the medicine cabinet. Common prescriptions for blood pressure, fluid retention, or acid reflux medications many seniors take daily can quietly drain magnesium stores. These pills do good work, but they come with hidden costs. Over time, the balance tilts toward depletion. And then there is stress. It is not only the big, dramatic stressors that consume magnesium. Even everyday worries about family, finances, or health draw from the body's reserves. Stress hormones use magnesium the way a car engine uses fuel, and unlike a car, the human body does not have a gas gauge to warn when the tank is running low. This deficiency rarely announces itself directly. Instead, it whispers through scattered symptoms. One of my patients, Robert, a retired librarian, once told me he felt like his body's wiring was short-circuiting. His muscles twitched, his sleep was broken, and he carried a fog of unease he couldn't explain. He ate well, exercised, and stayed active in his community. Yet the missing piece was magnesium, a mineral so basic and overlooked that it took months before he even considered it. Once he began replenishing his levels through food, the difference was night and day. Testing for magnesium often adds to the confusion. Standard blood work usually measures magnesium in the serum, the fluid around the cells, but only about 1% of the body's magnesium floats there. The rest hides inside cells and bones, meaning a normal test can still mask a shortage. Some specialists use red blood cell magnesium tests, which give a closer picture, but these are not standard. The key takeaway is this: don't rely solely on numbers. Pay attention to how your body feels. If you notice cramps, insomnia, fluttering heartbeats, or unshakable fatigue, don't dismiss them as just age. They could be red flags pointing to low magnesium. At the same time, if you have significant heart issues, kidney problems, or unusual symptoms, always partner with your doctor before making changes. Magnesium is safe for most people, but in certain conditions it requires supervision. Here's the encouraging truth. Once you start supplying the body with the magnesium it has been missing, improvements often show up sooner than expected. Sleep deepens, muscles feel less twitchy, anxiety loosens its grip. It's as though the conductor has stepped back onto the podium, and the music of your body begins to flow in harmony again. 3. The Food First Magnesium Game Plan. If you've ever wondered whether food alone can truly shift your health, magnesium is the perfect place to see the answer. Supplements can help, but the most reliable and gentle way to refill your reserves is through real meals. Food delivers not just magnesium, but a whole web of supporting nutrients that help your body use it well. The trick is knowing which foods give the best return and how to prepare them so the mineral doesn't slip away. Let's start with the supporting players. The everyday foods that quietly add up. Dark leafy greens, especially spinach, are a classic. 1 cup of cooked spinach gives you over 150 milligrams of magnesium. Notice I said cooked, not raw. Raw spinach contains oxalates, natural compounds that can block magnesium from being absorbed. But a quick steam or sauté breaks these compounds down, unlocking the mineral for your body to use. It's the difference between having a locked treasure chest and holding the key. Another friendly option is avocado. Half of one brings a respectable magnesium boost along with heart-healthy fats and potassium. Easy to mash on toast, blend into a smoothie, or slice into a salad. Avocado feels less like medicine and more like comfort food. And yes, there's a place for dark chocolate too. A single ounce of quality chocolate, at least 70% cacao, delivers more than 60 milligrams of magnesium. It's a small indulgence with a hidden benefit, as long as you keep the portion modest. Legumes are next. Black beans, lentils, and chickpeas all provide magnesium, but preparation matters. If you soak your beans overnight and then cook them in a pressure cooker, you neutralize much of the phytates that would otherwise trap the magnesium. Done right, a cup of black beans gives about 120 milligrams. Beyond the mineral, beans also bring fiber that stabilizes blood sugar, which helps reduce cravings that steal magnesium away. Fatty fish like salmon play a dual role. They add magnesium and, just as importantly, omega-3 fatty acids. Together, these nutrients act like teammates. Magnesium calms nerves and muscles, while omega-3 seconds cool inflammation that can make tissues irritable. Many seniors notice better joint comfort and steadier moods when fish appears in their meals 2 or 3 times a week. Now, let's move to the star players, the champions of magnesium seeds. Pumpkin seeds are the clear front-runner. Just a quarter cup provides almost 200 milligrams, nearly half the daily need for many seniors. They are versatile too. Sprinkle them over oatmeal, mix into yogurt, add to salads, or simply keep a small container on the counter for easy snacking. The key is to choose raw, unsalted seeds. Salted or candied versions undo the benefit by adding excess sodium or sugar. And then there are hemp seeds, a true powerhouse, gram for gram. Hemp seeds are among the richest natural sources of magnesium. Just 2 or 3 tablespoons stirred into a smoothie or sprinkled over cereal can provide more than 150 milligrams. That's a strong start to the day without effort. Hemp seeds also contain protein and healthy fats that make meals more satisfying. A real help for seniors who struggle with appetite or weight stability. Storage matters too. Seeds hold their delicate oils, which can go rancid. Keep them in airtight containers away from direct light. If you buy larger bags, store most of it in the freezer and keep a smaller jar handy for daily use. That way the flavor stays fresh and the nutrients intact. To bring this together, let me share a simple one-day magnesium-rich menu. Breakfast could be oatmeal topped with pumpkin seeds and a spoonful of hemp seeds, plus half an avocado on the side. Lunch might be a black bean salad with chopped greens and a sprinkle of olive oil. A square of dark chocolate can be your afternoon pick-me-up. Dinner could feature a piece of grilled salmon with steamed spinach. That single day already brings you between 500 and 700 milligrams of magnesium, the range many seniors need to feel the difference. This food-first strategy doesn't just refill a missing mineral. It builds meals that are colorful, varied, and enjoyable. Each bite works with your body, not against it. Supplements can play a role, but when you rely on food as the foundation, you are giving your body information, not just ingredients. You are saying, here is fuel, here is calm, here is strength. 4. Smart supplement use when food is not enough. Food should always be the foundation. But there are times when even the best menu isn't quite enough. Some seniors struggle with poor appetite, limited chewing ability, or digestive issues that prevent them from getting the full benefit of magnesium-rich foods. Others may simply find it difficult to consistently reach the higher daily needs between 500 and 700 milligrams that older bodies often require. In those cases, carefully chosen supplements can be an excellent bridge. The challenge is that the supplement aisle can feel like a maze. Bottles lined up with words like oxide, citrate, glycinate, threonate, each promising something slightly different. The truth is, not all magnesium is absorbed equally, and not all forms are gentle on the stomach. Magnesium oxide, for instance, is cheap and common, but the body absorbs very little of it. Many people also find it causes loose stools, which is the last thing you need when you are already trying to restore balance. A more reliable choice for most seniors is magnesium glycinate. Bound to an amino acid called glycine, it slips into the body more easily and tends to be calming. Many people notice improved sleep when they take it in the evening. Another useful form is magnesium citrate. It's absorbed fairly well and has a mild stool softening effect, which can be a relief for anyone dealing with constipation. For those interested in brain health, magnesium threonate has been studied for its ability to cross into the brain more efficiently. Although the research is still early and supplements are often expensive, no matter which form you choose, the golden rule is start low and go slow. Begin with a small dose, 100 to 150 milligrams taken once a day. Give your body time to adjust, then increase gradually if needed. Most adults can safely tolerate up to about 350 milligrams from supplements. But remember, this is in addition to the magnesium you get from food. Going higher without guidance can lead to digestive upset or, in rare cases, strain the kidneys. Timing can also make a difference. Taking magnesium in the evening often works well, especially if sleep or muscle relaxation is the goal. Splitting the dose half in the morning, half at night can also help maintain steadier levels throughout the day while minimizing stomach upset. Always take supplements with water and avoid combining them with very high fiber meals, which can reduce absorption. It's equally important to know where magnesium might interfere. Certain antibiotics, thyroid medications, and osteoporosis drugs need to be taken at different times of day because magnesium can block their absorption. Blood pressure pills and diuretics may change how magnesium moves through the body. And for anyone with kidney disease, supplemental magnesium should only be used under medical supervision because impaired kidneys can allow it to build up too high. There are also gentler, non-pill ways to supplement. One is through Epsom salt baths or foot soaks. Epsom salt is simply magnesium sulfate. While the science on how much magnesium actually enters through the skin is mixed, many people find the warm soak itself relaxing. Even if the mineral absorption is small, the reduction in muscle tension and stress can still help the body conserve magnesium more effectively. Supplements are not a replacement for food, but they can be a helpful companion. Think of them as scaffolding around a building under repair. The food does the permanent rebuilding work, while the supplement provides support where the structure feels weakest. The right approach is always personal, shaped by your body, your medical history, and your lifestyle, and that's why the wisest step is to talk to your healthcare provider before starting, so you can make choices with confidence. When food carries you most of the way, and a thoughtful supplement fills the gaps. Magnesium can finally do its full job, quieting your muscles, steadying your nerves, and smoothing your sleep. And that is when many people say, "I feel like myself again." 5. Protect your gains. Remove the 3 white thieves and other drainers. Imagine spending weeks adding magnesium-rich foods to your diet. Sprinkling seeds on your breakfast, cooking up beans, and enjoying dark, leafy greens, only to have much of that effort undone by a few silent culprits hiding in your kitchen. That's the frustrating reality for many people. The good news is that once you learn to spot and reduce these thieves, your body can hold on to the magnesium you're working so hard to restore. The first thief is white sugar. Every time you eat foods high in refined sugar, your body has to use magnesium to process it. Sugar provides no magnesium itself, but demands plenty for metabolism, creating a net drain. Think of it like spending from your bank account without any money being deposited. Over time, that pattern leads to an empty account. Except here, the account is your magnesium reserve. This doesn't mean you can never enjoy something sweet. It means choosing wisely, replacing soda with fruit-infused water, or ending dinner with a handful of berries instead of a frosted cake. Allows you to satisfy cravings without depleting your stores. The second thief is white flour. Most bread, pasta, and baked goods made from refined flour have been stripped of the bran and germ, which are the very parts of the grain rich in magnesium. You're left with calories that fill the stomach but offer little in return. Whole grain breads or pasta, or even better, lentil or chickpea-based pasta, put the magnesium back in the equation while also supporting steady blood sugar. A small swap here can dramatically shift your intake across the week. The third thief is refined white salt. Natural salts from the sea or mountains hold trace minerals, including magnesium. But standard table salt has been processed until only sodium chloride remains. That imbalance doesn't just deprive you of magnesium, it can encourage the body to lose more of it in urine. The solution is not to go salt-free, but to season with care. A pinch of mineral-rich salt paired with herbs and spices gives food flavor without robbing your body. Beyond these 3 obvious culprits, there are other sneaky drainers. Excess alcohol is a major one. Even a couple of drinks per day can increase magnesium loss through the kidneys. Caffeine, though helpful in small doses, has a similar effect when consumed in large amounts. Chronic stress, as we discussed earlier, is another relentless consumer of magnesium. Unlike a piece of cake or a salty snack, stress isn't always visible on the plate, but its impact can be just as draining. So, what can you do? Start with a pantry tune-up. Open your cupboards and scan for foods heavy in white sugar, white flour, and refined salt. Ask yourself, which of these could I replace with a better option? The goal isn't to purge everything overnight, but to shift gradually. Try a 2-week experiment. Remove the obvious offenders. Stock up on fruits, whole grains, beans, and seeds. And notice how your body responds. Many people report fewer cravings, steadier moods, and better sleep in just that short time. Think of this process as plugging leaks in a bucket. You can pour in all the magnesium you want through food and supplements. But if holes remain, the bucket never fills. By closing those leaks, sugar, flour, salt, excess alcohol, too much caffeine, you allow the mineral to stay where it belongs, quietly working behind the scenes to support your heart, muscles, and nerves. This is not about strict deprivation. It's about protecting your gains. The small sacrifices you make by removing the thieves return to you multiplied in energy, in calm, and in the confidence that your efforts are not being wasted. 6. Daily habits that calm muscles and steady sleep. Magnesium-rich food sets the stage. But daily habits are what lock in the benefits. Think of them as the rhythm section behind the melody. When your routines are steady, magnesium can do its job more easily. And the small changes add up to nights of deeper rest and days with steadier energy. Hydration is the simplest starting point. Water helps magnesium move into your cells where it is needed. Without enough fluids, even good intake gets stuck in transit. Aim to sip throughout the day instead of gulping all at once. Adding a squeeze of lemon or a slice of cucumber makes it more enjoyable. If plain water feels dull, consider light homemade electrolyte drinks. Water, a splash of citrus, and just a pinch of mineral-rich salt. Skip the sugary sports drinks, they steal more than they give. Sleep hygiene is another quiet ally. Magnesium supports relaxation, but your environment must cooperate. Dim lights an hour before bed signal the brain it is time to slow down. Keep screens out of the bedroom if possible, or at least lower the brightness. A warm bath or even a simple foot soak can be paired with magnesium-rich Epsom salts for double benefit: physical warmth plus mineral support. A small evening snack with seeds or half an avocado can also keep blood sugar steady through the night. Preventing the 3 a.m. wake-ups that so many seniors know too well. Movement plays a central role. Gentle stretching before bed, especially for calves, feet, and hamstrings, can prevent the sudden night cramps that rob you of rest. An easy routine: standing calf stretches against the wall, a few ankle circles, and then lying down to pull each knee gently toward the chest. In the morning, add ankle pumps and a short walk around the block. This is not exercise for performance, it's exercise for circulation, signaling the muscles to relax and reset. Posture through the day makes a difference too. Hours of sitting in a soft chair compress the hips and lower back, creating tension that steals from your magnesium reserves. Try breaking up sitting every 30-45 minutes. Stand, stretch tall. Roll your shoulders back, or walk a few steps. Light resistance training, such as lifting small hand weights or using resistance bands, not only strengthens muscles, but also helps magnesium work more efficiently inside the tissue. Think of it as telling your body, this mineral you've been given, put it to use here. Sunlight and vitamin D are quiet partners. Vitamin D helps regulate magnesium absorption and use. A few minutes outdoors each day, even if it's just sitting on a porch or walking in the garden, can support this process. Pair that sunlight with fresh air and gentle movement, and you have a natural, low-cost therapy that lifts mood as well as mineral balance. Finally, stress management is not optional, even if you're eating perfectly. Stress hormones burn through magnesium rapidly. Simple breathing exercises: inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 6 can lower tension within minutes. Listening to calming music, practicing gratitude journaling, or enjoying lighthearted conversation with a friend also restores balance. These practices may feel soft, but they are powerful protectors of your mineral reserves. Together, these habits weave a safety net under your nutrition plan. They ensure that the magnesium you take in through food or supplements is not wasted but put to full use. Hydration, sleep, movement, posture, sunlight, and stress care, none of these require perfection. But small, consistent steps transform how your body holds on to calm, how easily it lets muscles release, and how deeply you sleep when night finally comes. 7. Your 7-day seed challenge and next steps. We've covered the science, the foods, the supplements, and the habits. Now it's time to make it real with something you can start today. The best way to turn knowledge into change is through small, steady actions. That's why I created a simple 7-day challenge focused on seeds, the champion of magnesium-rich foods. It's short enough to feel doable, but powerful enough to let you notice real changes in how your body feels. Here's how it works. For the next 7 days, add magnesium-rich seeds, pumpkin seeds, or hemp seeds into at least one meal every day. That's it. No complicated rules. No long shopping lists. A quarter cup of pumpkin seeds or 2 tablespoons of hemp seeds is all it takes. You can sprinkle them on oatmeal, stir them into yogurt, add them to salads, or blend them into a smoothie. If you prefer something savory, toss them on top of roasted vegetables or mix them into soup just before serving. The key is to make it part of what you already eat, not a separate chore. Day 1 might look like oatmeal topped with pumpkin seeds at breakfast. Day 2 could be a green salad with hemp seeds at lunch. Day 3. Try adding seeds to a smoothie. As the week goes on, rotate between the two types so you get variety and discover what feels most natural for you. By the end of 7 days, the habit of adding seeds will begin to feel automatic. Why focus on seeds? Because they pack an unusually high amount of magnesium into a small serving. They fit easily into everyday meals, and they're affordable. They also bring along healthy fats and proteins, which keep you satisfied longer. Seniors often struggle with appetite or blood sugar swings, and seeds can quietly stabilize both. As you move through the challenge, pay attention to how your body responds. Are nighttime cramps less frequent? Is your sleep more restful? Do you feel steadier during the day? Less jittery or drained? These are the body's ways of saying thank you. Change doesn't always arrive like a thunderclap. Sometimes it whispers, showing up as a night of uninterrupted rest or a morning without stiffness. This is also where community makes a difference. Share your progress in the comments, just one word like cramps, sleep, or heart after a few days. You'll be surprised how many others are on the same journey, and your words may encourage someone else to keep going. At the end of the 7 days, don't stop. Seeds are not a short-term fix, but a long-term ally. Continue weaving them into meals while also using the supporting foods, the protective habits, and the mindful avoidance of the 3 white thieves we discussed earlier. Supplements can stay in the background if needed, but the foundation will always be food and lifestyle. So here's your next step. Commit to the 7-day seed challenge. Take it 1 day at a time. Enjoy the process and see how your body responds. If you find value, keep building from there. Magnesium isn't about perfection. It's about steady nourishment. And finally, if this video has given you clarity and a path forward, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. Click the like button. Share this with a friend who could use better sleep or fewer cramps. And leave a comment with your experience. Together, we can create a community where age doesn't mean decline. It means wisdom, nourishment, and a calmer rhythm of life. This is your time to reclaim ease in your body. The steps are small. The rewards are real. And it all begins with something as humble as a handful of seeds.